We continue our look ahead to the weekend's action in the NFL. Pat Kerwin helping us out once again with that. The Oakland Raiders taking on the Denver Broncos. This one at Mile High. I refuse to call it anything else. What is going on with the Broncos falling behind so often so early, Pat?
2 weeks ago it was interceptions. We all saw them in the Atlanta game, and they fooled Peyton into throwing some vertical stuff that he got trapped in through the interceptions. Last week, I think they drift away. Two things. They had an opportunity to keep running the football, and they were doing a good job. First 4 times they run the ball 27 yards, they drift away from that. And then the secondary. Got to get on the secondary a little bit. Too many deep balls. 60-yard touchdown, a 52-yard touchdown. They got to do a better job at the safeties.
That Mays suspension, still a bit of a shock. I mean, it was a bad, hard hit, but, I mean, a suspension seems a bit much. How will that affect Denver?
You know, I talked to Coach Fox about this. He's got other guys on this roster that have played them at a linebacker spot. Keith Brookings, Wesley Woodyard's there, Nate Irving. All these guys have played the Mike backer. And he also reminded me, look, we're going to be in a lot of nickel defense. Those are the things that happen in football games. And now the Mike backer's out. So they're going to look to have somebody that can handle 35 to 40 snaps.
Last question before we get your pick. Peyton Manning, are you buying or selling?
I'm buying. I'm not going to sell him. I made the investment. I'll stick with him. I think they'll modify how they handle it. Last week, 26 incompletions, most in his career. Not all his fault. They continue to be a work in progress. I am not losing faith in those guys.
They've got to run with more authority to give him balance, and that's when he's at his best, according to, well, someone who watches them all the time. All right, Raiders-Broncos. Pat Kerwin, who you got?
I'll take the Denver Broncos 27-23 in this game. It's in Denver. I know they lost, but they have that altitude issue. They will go no huddle and put a lot of pressure on Oakland, who's very thin.
Raiders coming off a very nice victory, but not going to win this one, according to Pat Kerwin. 27-23 Broncos over the Raiders.